Hey guys, hey guys, what's up? This is your boy Sasuke Uchiha back with part 2 of this video. This is part 2 of my Pure Abyss actor deck list. Um of course we are running proxies. I'm not going to be saying how many we run of cards in this deck, but I will be, because that's for that's for the part 1. If you haven't already seen part 1 before even continuing on this video, please look at part 1. Do not continue with this video because this video will contain a bunch of spoilers. So please look at part 1 before you actually see this part, and then come back to part 2 for the reason behind why I run the cards and an explanation on this list. Either way, let's get into this deck explanation. Okay, so starting off with the first one that we were running in the exact same order that running in the exact order that we were using the list. The reason why I'm running 3 Melomadonna is your main one that you want to see in your scale at all times, because she is a scale 0, helping you pendulum summon your Abyss actors back to the field, even your level 1s. Not only that, but she has that ability that allows you to pay 1,000 life points and add your search and add an Abyss actor monster from your deck, pendulum monster from your deck to your hand, except Melomadonna herself. So in a sense, she's kind of like a different version of a DD monster called DD Savin Thomas. Um, okay, and of course, you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of this turn except Abyss Actor Pendulum monsters, even if this card leaves the field. So that is a really good effect. You can only use this effect of Melomadonna once per turn. Of course, this card gains 100 attack for each Abyss Script spell in your graveyard. And of course, you can only use each of the following effects of Melomadonna once per turn. So, when a pendulum monster you control would be destroyed by battle, you can special summon this card from your hand. So, if you already pendulum summoned and your opponent destroys a pendulum monster that you control, just effect special. That's as simple as it is. Continuing on, if an Abyss Script spell, card, or effect is activated, you can special summon one level 4 lower Abyss Actor Pendulum monster from your deck, but return it during the end phase. You don't know how good that is, so you activate say Opening Ceremony from your graveyard when it was destroyed. Just effects special summon a level 4 or lower. And it's obviously one of the best cards that you can actually be running, so you always want to see that at 3 and always want to see it in your opening hand. The next card in the list and why we're running it is Abyss Actor Superstar. Of course, like in the other video, we are running 3. You usually never want to see this card in your Pendulum's scale, mainly because its scale is a 3 and you don't ever want to see a scale 3. You want to see a scale 0 or a scale 9 or 8. It depends solely on your preference, but its monster effect is very good. When normal or special summoned, your opponent's spell trap cards, and effects cannot be activated. That is tremendously good because you special summon this and your opponent can neither activate Raigeki nor anything to get rid of it, or anything to get rid of anything as at that. Once per turn, you can set one Abyss Script spell card directly from your deck to your directly from your deck to the field, but it is sent to the graveyard during the end phase. So that is tremendous because you get once per turn you get to set your Abyss scripts, and you just essentially get off on a lot of good combos and good things to go off with your Abyss scripts, and that is just tremendous. Um, with Wild Hope, the reason why we are running 3 of him is because he is one of the main cards that you always want to see. You always want to be able to destroy him, mainly because of his float effect. When he is destroyed by battle or by card effect, essentially, um, what's it called? Essentially, you can add one Abyss Actor card from your deck to your hand, except Abyss Actor Wild Hope. That is the main reason why you have him. You never really want to see him in your scale unless need be. Other than that, you always want to have him in your monster zone, so you can dupe your opponent in just by setting him, trick your opponent into attacking him, then in effect when destroyed, just search. And that is a tremendous effect and one of the best effects in the deck. Now, going in, the reason why we're running 3, the reason being why we run 3, Curtain Raiser. Curtain Raiser is your main monster. You do want to put him in your scale while you have no cards on the field, and then special summon him from your hand. From your scale. But also, like, he is that main card that helps you recycle your Abyss Actor Pendulum monsters from your extra deck. So you will always have an Abyss Actor Pendulum monster face up in your extra deck to pop off on your second effects of your Abyss Actor Abyss scripts. And not only that, but you also have the ability to be sending your Abyss scripts to the graveyard and just adding back and popping off on more and more effects, which actually does help out tremendously with comboing off on other things, and free Electromite material, which is extremely good. Next, the reason why we're running 3 of Leading Lady, because Leading Lady is your is one of your main monsters that you want to have when you dupe your opponent into attacking her while she's face down defense, or in face-up attack, doesn't really matter. Your opponent would get rid of her, but what he doesn't know is that when she's destroyed by battle or card effect, while in the main monster zone, essentially you get to just destroy one set. You get to set one Abyss script spell card directly from your deck, which is so tremendous because you get to actually set something that you need. Your opponent will be like, okay, well, I don't know what it is, or don't know what it does upon revealing what it is, and then you just essentially dupe your opponent into destroying it, and you have a face-up Abyss Actor Pendulum monster in your scale, and then just pop off on its effect, which is extremely tremendous. Very, very reliable. This card is always going to be one to run at 3, or being ran at 3. Moving on, we run 1 Evil Heal. Right now, I run 1 Evil Heal. I'm debating on whether to throw in a second or not. I find the 1 very good, not too bricky, but, well, not bricky at all, but I'm testing it out so far. Your Evil Heal, you mainly want to get him out onto your field as fast as possible because he is your 3000 beat stick. And not only that, but when he is normal or special summon, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls. It loses 1000 attack for each Abyss Actor Pendulum monster you currently control until the end of this turn. And then when this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can target one Abyss script spell in your graveyard, set that card. So you essentially get to recycle your Abyss scripts again, and essentially just pop off on more effects, which is tremendously good. You never want to have this card in that in your Pendulum scale, mainly because it is a scale 1, which is good, but you don't ever really use that. Next, we are using running 1 Sass. Next, for the Sassy Rookie, mainly reason why we're running it is sometimes you want to have it in your scale, and if your opponent has a monster with higher attack, and and your opponent decides, well, fuck it, I'm going to try to destroy your monsters. Just destroy this card instead, and you essentially just protected your monsters. It is a Dynamist effect, which is actually very tremendous in so many ways. Um, of course, this card is a protection card, so the first time it would be destroyed by battle or by card effect, each turn it is not destroyed. Also, if this card is destroyed by battle, or if this card in its owner's monster zone is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, you can special summon one level 4 or lower Abyss Actor monster from your deck, except Sassy Rookie. If this card in the Pendulum Zone is destroyed, you can target one level 4 or lower monster your opponent controls, destroy it. So, that is actually very good because you actually use its effect to destroy this card. Your opponent has a level 4 or lower effect, just destroy it, and then your opponent is left like rendered useless if that was the only monster he had, which is very, very tremendous. See if my camera focuses here. Nope. Okay, let's do this, shall we? Crikey. There we go. Okay, so we are using Funky Comedian mainly because of Funky Comedian's scale. It is a scale 8, sometimes good for link materials. To be honest, sometimes we use this card in the scale because you contribute one Abyss Actor Pendulum monster you control, and then target one other Abyss Actor monster you control. It gains attack equal to the original attack of the tributed monster until the end of this turn. That is a good effect. That's pretty much the only reason why we're running him. Otherwise, we'd be running 2 of this card, which is Abyss Actor Extras. The reason why we're running Abyss Actor Extras is mainly because Extras is your monster for specials, is another monster for specialing from your zone. So if your opponent has a monster, if your opponent controls a monster, you can special summon this card from your Pendulum Zone. You can only use this effect of Abyss Actor Extras once per turn, but if you don't have a required Abyss Actor in your scale, you contribute this card, then place one Abyss Actor Pendulum monster. Ooh, I don't like that. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that, guys. You can place one Abyss Actor Pendulum monster from your deck into your Pendulum Zone. Also, for the rest of this turn, you cannot special summon monsters except Abyss Actor monsters, nor activate Pendulum effects of Abyss Actor Extras. You can only use this effect of Abyss Actor Extras once per turn. That is a good effect. Very comes in handy when let's zoom in right about there. So that comes in handy tremendously. We do run reason being why we run hold on, guys, I'm sorry. My camera sucks. I'm sorry. Yeah, that sucks. I'm sorry, guys. I'm like literally messing with my camera right here. Reason why we're running Comic Relief is because of the fact that its Pendulum effect allows you to take control of your opponent's monster, and it makes good synchro material. That's all we're really running it for. Reason being why we're running Abyss Actor Trendy Understudy is because Trendy Understudy also helps bring out your Abyss Actor Evil Heal when need be, and also helps you recycle your Evil Heal and your other Abyss Actor monster, which is your level 1, your 2 level 1s, which is very good. The reason why we're proxying Twinkle Little Star and running it, Twinkle Little Star is a scale 9, but the reason why we're proxying it is because it hasn't been released in the in the TCG yet. So what can we do? Um, and of course, the reason why we're running DD Orthros is mainly because it is a tuner monster. You can pendulum summon it, normal summon it, or special it when you take damage. So using Melomodona's effect, then pop off with this card's effect if you have it in your hand at the time, special it, and you also get a free synchro, which is tremendous. Going on into the spells, the reason being why we run the 3 Rise of the Abyss King is because of the fact that Rise of the Abyss King is the natural Raigeki of the deck. As long as you have a good amount of face-up attack position Abyss Actor Pendulum monsters in your monster zones, and then of course not only that, but when it's destroyed by an opponent's card effect while you have a face-up Abyss Actor Pendulum monster in your extra deck, you essentially get to search out 2 Abyss scripts or Abyss actors, or one of each, and add it to your hand with different names. So that is tremendous in pretty much every way. Of course, the reason why we're running 3 of the Abyss Daemon is because Abyss Daemon allows you to recycle your Abyss scripts up to twice per turn by tributing one of your Abyss Actor monsters. So you can tribute one face-up Abyss Actor Pendulum monster, set 1 Abyss script from your graveyard to your field. In a sense, that's like a very good effect. But not only that, but when it is when this set card is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, and you have a face-up Abyss Actor Pendulum monster in your extra deck, you get to spam your field with Abyss Actor Pendulum monsters and play it right, and your opponent cannot negate, which is actually very reasonable, very good in every way. Moving on, the reason why we run the 3 of Abyss Playhouse is because it actually, if you have a face-up Abyss Actor Pendulum monster that was pendulum summoned, every time your opponent would activate a card effect, it automatically becomes destroy 1 set spell or trap card your opponent controls. That is tremendous, and of course you get to search out your Abyss scripts a little bit more better now because of the fact that you search, you reveal 1 Abyss Actor Pendulum monster and 1 Abyss script, and then add 1 Abyss script spell card with a different name than the revealed one. So that's good. We do run an opening ceremony for life gaining. Of course, the reason why that's the reason why we run it at 1, and because it's easy to recycle, and not only that, but its other effect allows you to gain 5 new cards if it was destroyed by an opponent's card effect while having a face-up Abyss Actor Pendulum monster, which is every Abyss script's effect, so I'm going to stop saying that. Reason being why we're running 1 Romantic Terror is mainly because we get to return 1 Abyss Actor Pendulum monster from our field to our hand, then special summon 1 from the extra deck. And then again, meeting its requirements when it gets destroyed while set, it actually allows you to set as many Abyss scripts as you want from your deck. Reason being why we're running 3 Allure of Darknesses is just draw power, draw 2, banish 1 dark monster. You don't have a dark monster. Essentially send your entire hand to the graveyard, which doesn't matter with opening ceremony, unless your opening ceremony gets sent to the graveyard. Reason being why we're running 2 terraforming, just essentially searching out your field spells. And then reason being why we run Hey Turnade is because 1, we don't have Raigeki. Number 2, this helps you return all spells and traps back to the hand. Going into the extra deck, reason why we run the Supreme King Dark Rebellion is because of is because of the fact that just drain your opponent's monster's attack down to 0, and all your opponent takes both this monster's attack plus the attack that was added to it. Reason being why we run the two Odd Eyes Absolute is because of attack negation, and then of course when it gets removed, you get a special summon and an Odd Eyes monster from your extra deck, which is tremendous. Reason why we run Gaia Dragon the Thunder Charger is because of its ability to do piercing battle damage, and it's just a filler for now. Reason being for Big Eye, just stealing your opponent's monster. Reason for Red Eye's Flare Metal is because of the fact that you actually get to take deal burn damage, and of course have protection against any card effects. Reason being for Meteor Burst is because you get a special summon monsters from your Pendulum Scales, which is tremendous. Reason for Ignister is to get over your pesky cards your opponent controls just by destroying one card you control and then shuffling one card on the field back into the deck. Then one Supreme King Dragon Clearwing, mainly because not only do you get to deal two things of damage, the extra damage from a battle, and then of course destroying your opponent's monster and dealing the original attack of that monster to your opponent, but also because when he's successfully synchro summoned, nuke your opponent's field. Reason for Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon is because of the ability to, every time special summon, bounce your opponent's monster back to his hand. And not only that, but just the negation effect. Shuffle one Pendulum monster, face-up Pendulum monster from your extra deck back into your deck, and negate and destroy a card, which is tremendous. Reason being for Odd Eyes Venom Dragon is just mainly for stealing your opponent's monsters' effects and stealing your opponent's monsters' effects, attack, and name. Reason for Ib, the World Chalice Priestess, is pretty much to protect itself, and of course to protect your own monsters that this card points to. Reason being for Electromite is mainly because Electromite is essential in every Pendulum deck. You cannot get anything else other than Electromite's effect to pop, then add one face-up Pendulum monster from your extra deck back to your hand, then essentially just draw another card if you got rid of one of your scales. It's a very good card. One decode because we don't have Summon Sorceress. By the way, we will be getting rid of Ib, the World Chalice Priestess, for a Wee Witch's Apprentice. And then of course one Zephyr Metaltron, mainly because Zephyr Metaltron helps out tremendously in this deck. That's all for now, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like this video if you actually made it to the end of this video. Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell right beside it so you can be notified of every video I upload every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Today was to make up for Friday, because last Friday I didn't make a video. So that's all for now, guys. I'll see you guys back here tomorrow.